and full moon circles where we do group readings. We talk about the energy, what to expect, and we do some kind of ritual depending on the moon phase and the moon sign and the energy around us. So even though tonight is the new moon, I'm going to try to like calm my mind down because it's been so hard for me to just like, my mind is moving faster than my mouth can, in a sense. Like it's just, I'm going like boom. So tonight is the new moon in Virgo. Virgo is an earth sign, and the new moon is about new beginnings, planting seeds. Normally for my new moon circles, we do some kinds of, hi Nancy, um, like vision board or set intentions. I'm going to do that tonight. So don't worry if you don't have anything for your vision board. You can do it from now until the full moon. But I suggest that you make one or at least set your intentions. But tonight what I want to do is I've been guided to change and amp up what I've been doing. So I'm going to be posting more videos. I will be doing more energy healing and talking and I guess babbling at this point, and things to help people balance energies and become aware of it. So, hey, Lori. So, tonight after the reading, we are going to be doing a meditation connecting to who you truly are, whether it's your higher self, your guides, mostly within you. Right now, we are in, as I said, for the full moon circle, we are in a very, very intense energy from now till the end of the year. So it's not going to calm down this energy. So if you're sensitive to energy, find ways, Tay going back to the red shirt, find ways to ground yourself, be present. A lot of information is coming in here. A lot of energy is coming from the higher chakras, insane energy. So we need to pull it down and ground ourselves. Grounding, self-care, very, very, very important. Hi, hello, right? I hope I said it right. Crystal, I'm reading Crystal. I'm sorry. Maybe I should repeat the messages that I'm reading. Crystal said she needs all the help she can get. She's been overwhelmed lately. We're all in this. So like I said, there's a lot of intense energies. I'm going to go back to my full moon circle for a moment. Some of you may have been a part of it. Some of you are new, which is fine. But I've been receiving downloads for this circle literally for the past 2 weeks after the full moon. So I'm pretty sure it was before the full moon because my time, that's another thing we're going to talk about is timelines and multidimensional. My sense of time is shot. So I know I shared, I'm pretty sure it was the full moon, that I was woken up in the middle of the night to this angelic voice whispering in my ear. The only thing I remember was something about harmonic downloads. It's time to unite. We need to get together, blah, blah, blah. I wake up and it was 3:33. I wake up and I'm, hi, Linda, asking everyone, whether it's in a group, Googling what is, I have no idea what the hell they were talking about. But I felt, hey, Lucy, that this was important information I need to research. So that was a big flop. Never found out that day. For a week, I was like, well, what is this harmonic downloads? What am I supposed to prepare for? What am I supposed to share? Like some people think because of what I do, I have all the answers. No, I don't know shit about shit. I have to research. I have to investigate. It makes me crazy sometimes. So if you think that you're receiving half-assed information, you are, because it is our job to learn that language between us and the divine and everyone in between when they communicate with us. So one day, I think it was 2 weeks ago now, I was watching this couple on YouTube and they're babbling, it's in the background, and I was working, and all of a sudden I hear 1984 harmonic convergence. And I dropped everything because I knew whatever this convergence was somehow is related to my harmonic downloads that nobody knows about. And sure as shit, I researched the harmonic convergence 1984, And now I don't know word for word. I'm just like giving you an overall story about what it was. Thank you, Crystal. It was the full moon. Okay, good. So I Googled that, and you can Google 1984 harmonic convergence. And it was apparently the beginning of the intense shift that Earth is going through. So, Earth, right now, well, not right now, but prior to everything shifting, we were in a 3D, third dimensional world. And that third dimensional world was created by, who knows? I think it's some beings, but whatever. Everybody has their own opinion. Some other non human has created a lower vibration to enslave humanity. Because apparently, when humanity is suffering and in pain, our energy is so intense, and these beings thrive on that. And because they violated universal laws by taking away free will, now we voluntarily have been giving up our free will. Like right now is a perfect example. Fear is your greatest weapon against you. When you're afraid, everyone looks outside of us to find who's going to save us, who's going to give us the answer. Bam, right there, you disempower yourself. And that's what this controlled environment wants. Um, so Earth put out like the signal. It's an energetic signal to other planets, other galaxies, other universes. We need help. And in 1984 was the first call out to other beings, light workers, star seeds, all kinds of people to come to Earth and help humanity evolve from the third dimension and a lower vibration to the fifth dimension, even higher, but we have to get to the fifth dimension first. This was the first time, and I think it's 144,000 years, where any being on anywhere in the universe is able to take their physical body and evolve with it and raise the vibration. So right now, it's not like we have to die to get into 5D, which is coming to what we're experiencing physically, mentally, emotionally. We are upgrading. We are disconnecting from the third dimension and connecting to a higher frequency, five dimension and above, exactly like the Matrix. So if you have seen the Matrix, yes, Suzanne. Suzanne, reptilians, Dracos, Draconians, whatever you want to call them, they're all these kind of beings. Of course, Crystal. Well, that is okay. So if you were born in 1984, you, without a doubt, and there's certain time frames, but 1984 was the first, because Crystal said she was born in 84. So that was like the first shift of bringing these star seeds and these beings here to help us. I'm just reading Suzanne's message. They feed on fear. We have exactly, exactly. I'm just reading MJ. The third dimension was created by collective consciousness, governed by an imbalance of masculine energy. Well, that, and I'm not saying anything is true or not, because I'm telling you, the past 2 weeks is, let's put it this way: once you wake up, you never have any answers. You have more questions than answers. And you know what? I know I'm okay with not knowing the details, because I know, you know, you feel something is just not right. If you feel something is not right, trust that feeling, regardless of what you see, what they're telling you. Because right now, honestly, and I probably have be committed right now if people understood or in my head. Hi, Melissa. Right now, the way I am, I feel like everything is a lie. This is just an illusion. um, do we have different? Okay, now I'm going to talk about the timelines. So after this harmonic convergence, I came across a guy named Nathan. He has a YouTube channel, which I highly recommend, um, Vibes and Frequencies. And I'll share the link for you. If you want to learn anything about crystals, oh my God, talk about an authentic, passionate guy I've been working with crystals since I'm 17. I've learned so much from him. I'm literally binge watching his channel. That's how awesome he is. So for a couple of months, I've been nudged, we'll say, to work with moldavite. And I know I tell a lot of people, be careful with moldavite. Um, Suzanne, I was just getting to the moldavite. So I am wearing, this one is moldavite, and this is a Herkimer diamond. Now the Herkimer diamond amps up whatever stone it's with. So this combo right here, this is why I'm gone. And moldavite is very intense. I'm trying to feel it and try to explain to you what it feels like. I always recommend that if you've never worked with crystals, do not start with moldavite. Moldavite is a very, very intense. Oh my God, Tay Tay, you're wearing that too. Like my soul sister, same shirt, same stones. That's awesome. Um, if you've never worked with crystals and you're not familiar with the energy, because people think like they come into the store and they'll buy what for healing? Amethyst. I always recommend amethyst because amethyst is an extremely mild version for me of moldavite. Like if you can't handle amethyst, don't get moldavite because moldavite is just gonna like bam. So it depends where you are in your life. So I started wearing um, the Moldavite and Herkimer. And I've been meditating with it. And the first night I went to sleep, I slept like a baby. You're shaking my thing. I slept like a baby. And I'm like, it's not going to affect me because I know Moldavite, um, you usually don't sleep. It's such, it's not a restful stone, it doesn't have restful energy to it. It's like that, like my mind's going right now. So then he was talking about my Lumerian quartz, the record keeper, and I had one, and I never meditated with Lumerian quartz. So I was like, wow, this is cool. I'm going to wear my Moldavite, my Herkimer, and in my left hand I had my Lumerian quartz. And Lumerian quartz is very good for time travel, ancestral communication, communication with other beings, like multidimensional, and I never meditated with it. So now I'm holding it and I go into meditation, and my daughter's meditating with me. And as soon as I go into the meditation, I always set like an intention. Please show me what I need to know, but clearly. And I asked for my galactical family to be present because I've never met them and I'm not sure if I have one. I got all these questions about that. So I said, if I have a galactical family, please let me see them and communicate with them. And of course, immediately I see beings, aliens. So now I'm thinking, well, I just said that. I created it. Like, what kind of bullshit is this? I just asked for it and bam, they're there. How do I know it's real? And all of a sudden, I felt something or someone touch my top of my thumb right here, like the base of my thumb right here. Something touched it. And hey, Judy. And all of a sudden, my stone, my Lemurian, no joke, started to breathe. It had a pulse. It was expanding and contracting. It was breathing. And I'm sitting there holding it in meditation still. I'm like, is this breathing? And, energy grows where attention. Now it's breathing even more. The more I'm asking, the more I can feel it's breathing. I freaked out. I'm like, holy shit, it's breathing. I jumped out of the meditation, snapped my daughter out of arms, and I'm like, you're never going to believe this. My stone was fucking breathing. And well, that was a whole other story, taking her out of her meditation, but I couldn't. The Lemurian, someone gave me the Lemurian quartz. If you remember at Scented Dragon, there was Steve used to work there. He gave me that quartz about 4 or 5 years ago, and I never worked with it. After that meditation, I have no, and this was a few days, like last week, I have no concept of time. I'm losing time. Like I'm in a conversation with someone and all of a sudden I zone out in the middle of the conversation. And then I come back and I realize like I left. I don't know where I went. I have no concept of time. And what the Moldavite is doing, Moldavite is amazing to keep you present. Like no matter what you're thinking, you're going to be present. And anything that is, hey Jeanette, hey Melissa, anything that is keeping you from being present will be amplified to your attention. Um, yes, Suzanne, it does. It makes you take action because it's such the heat of like you can see how amped up I am. That's from the Moldavite, and I don't know if it's the Herkimer, it's the combo, it's working with the Lemurian. Now I've been meditating with it. I am Moldavite is, I don't know if you can see it in here. It's like a green. It's a dark green. It's in the Tektite family because then that's what I started implementing in my crystal grid. Tektite, desert glass, and I forgot some other one. So basically, I'm like really going with this timeline, time jumping, multi-dimensional thing. As for my dreams, yes, Suzanne, Tektite and the Moldavite, I think it's been struck by, I think it's the meteorite or something like that that turns it into glass, like glass looking. It's not glass. Desert glass looks like glass. So I have all this, and Colombian night is the new one that I got, and that's same concept: time travel, timelines, multi-dimensional. So I figured, I'm already screwed up now when it comes to time. I might as well utilize it. And I have never felt more present, more secure in who I am. And the information I am getting is so like precise. Even though I don't understand the how everything's going to unfold, but I've been sharing this for a year. I kept getting the God, I was getting guided and pushed to change my thing here, do everything online, to do more lives and on other social media platforms. And honestly, I was afraid to. I don't know what I was afraid of, but I was afraid of something because I kept avoiding it. And now I feel like I've just been put into it because I understand it. I am one of those beings that chose to come here. And if you're watching this, you're a star seed, you're a light worker. You chose to come here for exactly what's going on right now. And I am telling you, step up. Don't worry about knowing your gifts. Whatever you are passionate about, is it talking to people? Is it helping people, healing people, whatever it is? And I don't care how insignificant you think it is, it's not insignificant because each and every one of us has something very valuable and very unique to offer. And it doesn't matter, it's not like a contest who awoke first and who's on what level of awakening. Like all that shit is really, it's bullshit because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who woke up in what year and how 5 years ago. No, no, it's now. We are here now. You are awake now for a reason, and more than ever. I just got the chills. Everyone needs to step up the game. People need to hear your story. They need to experience your gifts, whatever it is. People need people. And we all need to help each other through this because they're trying very hard to keep us down from evolving. And Earth is already in 5D. Like they can't stop Earth. Earth is there already. Now it's a matter of us matching the frequency with Earth. And it's going to happen. It's happening. I'm telling you, I've been jumping timelines. I'm telling you, it's here. It's not like, okay, one day you're going to wake up, it's 5D. No, 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 no. You choose it. This whole corona bullshit that's been going on never affected me because I never gave into that energy. I always knew because I was told 2 years before it happened what was going to happen and what the motive was behind it. I never fed it that energy. Never. I never experienced anything from that whole fiasco. And now they're amping it up because That's the best way to control you. Keep your frequency down and put repetitive messages in front of you so you voluntarily give up your power. Do not do that. The 5D is here. It's this moment. We're all connected. We all feel the same thing. We're all looking for the same thing. It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter what your opinion is. None of that matters. We are all fighting a war so much bigger than us. And you're talking about humanity. We're not going to be here forever. But the work we do right now will. We're going to make or break it. And I know we're going to make it. There's no doubt. I know we're going to make it. So please step up your game. Make your videos. Go out there and do what you need to do. Share your gifts with everyone. It's time. Hey, Lynn, it's time to amp it up. Now, if you don't know, because now I'm going to go over the questions, and I'm sure there's other, and I'm going to talk about the energy that we're in. So I did get a question. What are my gifts? Your gifts are you, who you are. And that's when I want to do the meditation, because my intention for this meditation is when we go to make our vision board, we connect to who we are, not who we've been told to be. You want to manifest. What do you want to manifest right now? And don't tell me money to pay bills. That's bullshit. What do you want? Because money to pay your bills is someone else's intention, not yours. Because if you had a choice, I really don't think you would do that, right? So don't wish for that shit. We are the only species that has to pay to live. We don't have to. We don't have to. What do you really want? Think about what you really want and what makes you happy. What do you lose time with? I don't care if it's drawing, singing, dancing, crafting, whatever it is. Take everything you love, everything you're passionate about. That's your gift. Because when you combine all that with every experience you've had, like my story, you see this now, but nobody knows how I came to this. And it was, you want to talk dark night of the soul? It was, I don't even have a word for it. But that's what I needed to experience to get where I am today. Because that gave me the empathy, compassion, the knowledge, the wisdom, the perseverance. I can connect to anyone on any level because most likely I've been there. Name something, most likely I've been there. And not through theory, through experience. So your past, from your childhood on, is part of your gift. Your gift is you. You are your gift. Then MJ, then that's what you do. How do you love to do it, MJ? How do you love to do that? That's your purpose. That's your gift. I'm just saying, guys, I can feel that so many of you are so gifted and you're so afraid of putting yourself out there because of who we've been conditioned to be. And that dream, that life, that vision isn't even ours. We didn't even have a chance to say what we want. Because when you were younger and you wanted to do something fun, you were told not to. You were dismissed immediately. That's crazy. You're not going to make a living. Welcome to the real world and other bullshit stories. No. I'm just reading Tay-Tay's. Okay, and I get that, Tay-Tay. So here's what I've learned. Now, a lot of you that have been following me for a while, I've shared that I have self-worth issues when it comes to like my business and making money. There was a money block. And I just finished the shadow work series that we did, which was awesome. The 4 weeks I spent with those women were so powerful and so amazing. Who I am right now is a result of sharing that journey with you guys, just so you know. It's the mindset. You see how you're saying, I need money for bullshit to care for my parents. No, you don't. You, oh my God, we don't realize how powerful we are. We can think. And I'm not just saying this. Listen to me. This is what I've been experiencing. We can think shit and bam, it's there. You can see we've been manifesting stuff so quickly because of the rise of the vibration. Now imagine if you match that vibration, how much more quickly you can manifest shit. We can think shit. We need to believe that the universe has our back. If we keep worrying about money for bills, the universe is going to give us that because it thinks that's what we want. Just find it in you, because this is what this big shift is for the next 4 months. Either you're going through your first awakening, which is fine. You're starting to wake up and question, that is awesome. Or you're at this stage where I'm being drained. I mean, what do I do? I want this life that everyone's talking about, but how the fuck do I get there? Here. Believe it. When you go to bed, and this is what I've been doing, when you go to sleep, think your outcome, your life. Don't worry about bills. Don't worry about all this other shit. Think what you want and imagine what you would be doing right now in that life, that world that you want. And I promise you, that shit happens. It comes to you. I'm just reading the messages. Yeah, I mean, if you read Eckhart Tolle's The New Earth, oh my God, it took me 15 years to read that book and probably another 3 years to understand it. But holy shit, that man was on point with that book. Oh, Melissa. You know, that was the other thing. The reason why Melissa says a husband loves when I say fuck. So the reason why I think I've been restricted, like when I first started the group, I am a witch. I do not teach really witchcraft, but I do share rituals. And I remember when I first started the group 6 years ago, I had some people tell me that you shouldn't let people know you're a witch. That's going to scare people. And you're not going to have as many people in the group if they know this. So I was like, oh my God. And don't curse. My answer was, are you fucking kidding me? That's who I am. You want to take away the witch, I can suppress that a bit. But now you want to take away how I communicate. Could you imagine if you knew me in person, this is how I am. And then I become this person. Oh, the freaking energy. Like, no, that's just not how I would explain something. So once I let go of all the, I don't know, everyone else's opinion, basically, that's when everything changed for me. Literally everything changed for me. So yes, Suzanne, most tarot readers are Wagan. I meant to say Wiccan and pagan at the same. They're Wagans. Yes, that's true. I mean, there's different cultures. Like you have gypsies. Of course, my mind went blank because I can't think of anyone else. But yes, the majority are. Most witches are readers. Let's put it that way. So, but the point of the story was, don't suppress who you are. If you want to say fuck you and do a video about that, then you go do that, because your people need to see you in that authentic place so they can feel. I can be that way too. I can do this too. It's time that we give each other permission to just be who we are and not who we're supposed to be. Oh, go get a job. And do you really, really, in your heart, believe we came here to this planet, this beautiful planet, only to experience, you're born. Most of the time, you have a challenging childhood. Everybody does to a certain degree. You start school at the age of 4 or 5, and that's when you start being told what to do, who to be, how you're going to do it, what time you can do this, when can you do that. And then in your adult life, we throw you in a cubicle for 8 hours a day, and if you're lucky, we'll give you lunch. And they used to pay for lunch. Now, you only get paid for what you actually sit there like a mope, and they don't even pay you for lunch some places. You really think that that's why we're here? I don't think so. So now I'm just going to read, because all of a sudden I see a whole bunch of like things. Yes, Suzanne, you have to be yourself, because you know what? That's all I know how to be. And I forgot who I was. You guys forgot who you are. Well, this next 4 months is going to remind us who we are, for sure. And whatever it takes to get you to that place, that's what you're in for. And maybe it's going to be brutal. Maybe it's going to be fun. It depends where you are. But I'll tell you one thing, when you resist it, and I know all about resisting, it's painful. So don't resist. Just go with it. Just go with it. And you're going to see, you're going to kind of just it, think of a time when everything went smooth for you, that everything fell into place and it was moving so smoothly. It was like, oh my God, I couldn't have planned this better. That's when you're in alignment with the universe and you're in the energy of what you really want. You flow through it. How long does it take to, ooh, I keep hitting the table. How long does it take? I honestly, I think that has to do with how much we trust the process. I do believe in divine timing. So just because I want something, let's say I want a house, I know I'm not going to wake up tomorrow and bam, my house, and it could be, but I know it's all the divine timing because it's not just about me. It's going to affect everyone that I know or don't know. So I know it has to line up perfectly. Um, what I would suggest is starting with something small. I'm not going to lie, for a couple of months, I was focusing on money and business, and I was getting it, but I wasn't getting what I wanted in the way I wanted it. So I kept resisting it. And then I had this experience with the Moldavite, I don't know, whatever the hell it was, the harmonic shit. All of a sudden, all I want is to be free. I just want to be free to be me. And I want to live in a place where everyone can do the same. And the way we learn our lessons of through each other, I don't think we actually need to be in a painful situation unless it's for our highest and greatest good to heal. I don't believe that. I mean, I don't know how, but there's something in me that doesn't believe that, which is why we're going through a lot of karmic healing. So, any karmic energy you had, anything that you had to heal from your past or past lives, is being cleared out right now, which comes to the physical ailments. So, back to the Matrix. That was a very long story, right? Back to the Matrix, if you saw it. Um, if you remember when Neo took the pill and then he ends up in this like sac womb. It looks like he's being rebirthing. And he has these wires coming out. And he has a wire in the back of his skull. Now, that bump at the base of your skull where your head and your back meet, there's like that little bump. Apparently, that is our ultra major chakra. And we have a cord from the third dimension into that base, which is why you may be experiencing headaches, pressure there, pain in your shoulders, pain in your head, just a heaviness and weight. We literally are being unplugged from it. And my daughter and I have this joke because I walk around whenever I feel like I call it 3D energy and it's trying to suck me in. I start pulling it out and I'm like, unplug, unplug. It's kind of funny because if my neighbors see me, they will have me committed. There is no question about that. So I've been unplugging energetically, of course, but I'm setting out the intention. I want to be free because now that's my free will. As soon as you declare your sovereignty, your free will, whatever, I don't want this, I want what I want, you're disconnected from it because now they'll take away your free will. And that's a no-no in the universe. You cannot take away someone's free will. So I've been slowly detaching from the 3D. Now, how long? I don't know. Apparently, I'm still here. And honestly, I really don't know how shit's going down, but I do feel shifts. And I do have a sense of like a feeling that it's not like I'm going to wake up one day and everything's going to be different. It's me choosing where I want to be, which is very, very cool. I'm just reading Facebook's messages. So hang on. Crazy dreams. Fuck, fuckity. Yeah, it's actually, I was reading Jeanette's message. It's actually pretty amazing. Now, tonight when we do our meditation, that's why I said we're going to manifest with moldavite, or you can use a um, amethyst, or you can use a clear quartz. And the only reason why I'm suggesting the crystal is because we're going to tap into the energy of this crystal and have it connect to our higher self. And this crystal will always be that connection. So when you feel like you want to connect to who you really are, just hold the crystal and it will take you back to the feeling that you experienced in the meditation. So, lost it, scattered thoughts. Okay, scattered thoughts, that's part of the unplugging. It could also be, and it's not just me, I've been deliberately trying to change timelines and dimensions. Okay, I was just reading Linda, that's exactly what I was just talking about. When you um go through different timelines and dimensions, you will feel very light and floaty, because our natural vibration, yes, quantum jumping, our natural vibration is that, we don't have to um, figure out how to do it. We can just do it. We just need to be. I've been hearing this for 2 weeks. Just be in the moment, be right now. Forget about the future, forget about the past. No one gives a shit. Just be right now. What does your environment feel like? What does the energy around you feel like? What does your body feel like? What does it feel like um, energetically connecting to everyone watching this? Just be. And the more you learn how to be, the easier this shit becomes. Um, Suzanne asked a good question. How do you know if you're coming back to the same place of origin with the same people and same dimension? I don't know honestly right now, and I can get very weird with this. I don't know if I'm in a parallel universe. I know I keep bouncing all over the place, and I have a lot of time lapses, like just zone out. Like I don't know what day it is because I don't even remember going through the week, let alone like the day. So it's kind of weird. I don't know, but whatever it is, if we're meant, I believe we're all multidimensional. I believe we're all part of some other planet, galaxy, whatever you want to call it. I do believe that. So, does it matter? I mean, we get to choose where we want. That's how cool it is. Like, if I don't want to be in this timeline, I could go to another timeline, and then I'll just interact with people, and it doesn't matter. So I think, yeah, there's tons of autopilot moments. Oh my God, it's been so crazy. What else? Okay, so let's give scattered thoughts. So now back to my gazillion messages that I had to share. Okay, I did the courts. Um, okay, so here is the question, because this came to, I don't know, a dream. I was somewhere. I came back and apparently I wrote this, but I don't remember writing it. What if I let go? What if let go is what we need to do right now? Let go and allow the change to take place without resistance. That was the first thing that I wrote when all of this started a couple of weeks ago. And that was the foundation of my journey, we'll say. What if I let go? What if let go is what we need to do right now? Let go and just allow the change to take place without resistance. Because no matter what, life as we know it, thank God, is never going to be the same. It's just never going to be the same. So you might as well make it what you want and not what someone else wants or someone else expects you to say. Just make it what you want. So now we are going to cover the Virgo. Virgo energy is earth energy, and Virgo is a lot about caring for others, but she reminds you to care for yourself. So, okay, so Linda's a Virgo. So you would feel this more intensely. It's more about self care. What do you want? Not what do you want to do for your family, your friends, whatever. What do you want? Right now, in the moment, you want to take a nice bath, then you go do it. And I don't care. Don't let anybody stop you. You want to do a face mask. You want to just be. And I want to talk about meditating for a minute because I felt like a lot of people are being challenged when it comes to meditating. And I want you to understand that meditating is not, that is a form of meditating. That's not meditation only. Meditating is anything you do that shuts the chatter off in your mind and you get lost in something. It could be art, it could be drawing, it could be dancing, it could be a walk, it could be zoning out, staring at the sky. That's all meditating. It's really important right now to be sure a few times a day you do that, because when I tell you we are getting downloads and upgrades and messages, yes, Suzanne, be in the zone. Like they're insanity, insanity. Oh, MJ, I never heard of Letting Go. MJ recommended Letting Go by David Hawkins. Thank you. It is definitely something I'm going to read because the more I can let go, the more I can float. If you see me floating in the sky without my broom, you'll know I mastered something. You can laugh. I always get remarks about me and my broom, but when I do it without the broom, I've mastered some good shit. So be sure to meditate, even if it's 3 minutes. And I think that's part of what I'm going to be doing on different social media platforms is way to just be. Like, I want to remind you, hello, did you just zone out? Did you just focus on your breathing? Did you do a body scan and see where you're holding on to stress and anxiety and breathe into it and let it go? That's part of what I want to be doing. I know they have like apps, the mindful or minds or whatever the hell it's called. Some meditation mind shit. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm not saying you subscribe to something to tell you that. The whole point is to get you off the fucking phone, not staring at it to remind you. Although, if I'm doing a video, yeah, that kind of defeated. Never mind. I just walked into my own hole. Never mind. Okay, so the other thing that Virgo is speaking to us is ground ourselves, be present, which is kind of slightly different than the meditating, but um, be present and grounded. Because right now, like I said, there's a lot of like energy up in the chakras because you're feeling it in your head, maybe your sinuses, like I said, neck pain and all kinds of upper back and shit. That's because all this energy is up here. So what you need to do is pull it down. And a great way to do it, I'm going to share a secret that I have shared before in the group, but this might be new to you. Can you give me a spoon, please? I'm going to show you a simple way to ground yourself. Now, if you know me, you will learn. If you don't, you will learn that I do crazy, odd shit. Okay, but this works. So you get a stainless steel spoon, and stainless steel is just that a magnet will stick to it. Take the spoon and make believe this is the bottom of your foot. These are the top of your toes, and this is your heel. Take the round part of the spoon and start at the tip of your toes and under your arch to your heel. And do that 3 times on your foot, no socks. Do that and then stomp your foot. You will immediately feel the earth's pull. And that kind of pulls excess energy down. So I mean, if you did it at work, you might look weird, but you know what? Fuck it. You need to be grounded. That is one good way to ground yourself. And you can do it discreetly. Or you can just like take a deep breath, close your eyes, and just imagine as you exhale these roots coming out. Yes, Suzanne, after you rub the spoon, just stomp it, each foot. And I would do both feet. Um, I always do both because who wants to be lopsided? I don't know. In my mind, that's harmony, that's balance. So as you exhale, just imagine roots coming out from the soles of your feet and just going deep into the earth, the crystalline core, into like where all the crystals are growing. And just imagine that it's going deep, deep, connect to the crystals of earth in the core of the earth. And then when you inhale, pull that energy up. That's another great way to ground yourself. Of course, walking barefoot, hugging a tree, anything, even if you're not barefoot in the grass, just barefoot itself, barefoot. Remember, barefoot will ground you because there was this lady I was watching on YouTube that had this machine thingy. And even though she had flip flops on, but her shoes, they were flip flops. So she thought if her shoes were open, she'd be grounded. But no, especially because the rubber will protect, like protect you from that energetic pull. I forgot what it's called, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Okay. So the rubber shit on the shoes stops that connection. So barefoot is, yes, watch out for dog poo would be a good, thank you, Susan. Very important. I'm more worried about fire ants than dog poo. I can wash shit off my foot, but fire ants, those bastards are brutal. So that is an grounded. Um, oh, I just saw everything just move. Okay. So what's going to happen the next 4 months? We are separating timelines. If, which once again, I'm going to say, if you're watching this, you are awakened and you're going into the 5D shift. There are some people that, oh my God, it's so scary to think about what I'm saying is true. Like, no, I need someone to come and save me. That's like 3D thinking, because third dimension is everything is separate from me. Fifth dimension is a love frequency. We're all connected. So if you think of that in terms of vibration, there's going to be the split. If you choose to stay in the 3D, it's going to be a shit show. They're going to take out the big guns. They're going to implement fear on a level you didn't think was possible. And it's going to be so insane that you're going to have no choice but to wake up. That's how I feel it's going to happen. And like I said, I've been shown about this a few years ago before it happened. So I already had an idea of the direction it was going in. And that's why it never really affected me because I know what the motive is. Do you 3D anytime you, it's no. 3D is not really like it's only thinking negative. And I think this is why we've been shifting dimensions. Like I wouldn't say I'm in fifth dimension and I'm floating. No, hell no. I got some shit to do. So um, whatever work you need to do in the 3D frequency, just remember, don't give into that bullshit. Don't let that fear get to you. Do the work you need to do so you can evolve and vibrate higher. Um, that's what I think is going to I don't know anybody who isn't, although there's a lot of people that claim they're in 5D, which is great because if they're there, then I'm there, but it doesn't matter. Don't feel like as soon as you're negative, oh my God, I'm stuck there. No. You're stuck in the 3D when your only motivation is out of fear. You're giving up your power. 5D is embracing your power, taking it back. And sometimes, it's going to be stages. I mean, we've been conditioned for, I don't even know how long. I don't even know what's real anymore. But let's just say thousands of years. We're eliminating thousands and thousands of years and lifetimes of conditioning to shift. I don't think it's going to happen that quickly. I know we're going to be bouncing back and forth between dimensions, which I mean, I believe we're always in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing, period. I never, ever change that concept. So if bouncing in and out of dimensions is what you got to do, that's fine. No big deal. Just please try not to. And once you know, you can unknow. So it's not going to be easy for you to be trapped in the 3D. You're going to become aware of it. And as soon as you feel like, oh shit, like unplug, and then move on. just unplug from it and move on. Because remember, fear is the greatest weapon against us. When you just think of it, we're voluntarily giving up our power. Do you know how powerful we are? I'm starting to learn how powerful we really are, which is why they went through a lot of trouble to suppress us. And little by little, as I take my own power back, I'm like, wow, we're the bomb. We really are the bomb. So never ever forget that, and don't surrender to the fear and give up your power voluntarily. Linda, fear knocks on my door, faith. Yeah, and that's why faith right now is so important. And I don't care what it is you believe in, but it's so important to believe in something bigger than you. I don't care what you call it. I have many different names for it. I kind of bounce all over the place, but I know there's this source of energy that we are all an expression of. That's all we are. It's this immense amount of energy that we are all individually expressing through. Um, okay, I saw the thing, like, I was like, oh my God. So that's where that oneness and that connection is.